This is such a wild film. How did the concept come to you for it?
Um, well, let's see. It started as a series of recurring dreams that I sort of jotted down the short film version of this story from there and followed my instinct to make the short. And I knew it was a longer story and a bigger sort of vision, but I wanted to show people the seed. So yeah, from there I crafted the entire feature script from there with my co-writer Pierce Brown, and we knew we were writing a story. We knew we were crafting a story about childhood trauma and reframing that into a sort of radical acceptance. But we wanted to do it through this sort of psychological horror fantasy lens. So
Did you always have yourself in mind then to play Margaret?
well, yeah, I mean, I had come up as an actor, and this was my first, you know, stab at really world building and crafting an entire thing from the ground up. I was very used to stepping into other projects and other characters as an actor, but because of the time that I spent with this character, it felt really natural to play Margaret. And I look back and I don't know if I could have described certain things to that actress if it hadn't have been me. So it flowed really naturally, and so I'm happy I got to play her.
The characters in this are so incredible. How involved were you when it came to casting these roles?
Very involved. I actually wrote Lained for Udo Kier. He's a legend and one of my favorite actors. And I had just seen season 2 of The Kingdom, which is the Lars von Trier series um, from I think Danish miniseries from the 90s, and Udo Kier plays the son of the devil. He has like his full sized, beautiful Udo Kier face and this tiny baby body. And I was so haunting, I couldn't get out of my head. And I was like, I was in the middle of writing the script, and I was like, I literally cannot make this movie without Udo Kier. So he was the first sort of get, and then we attached him, and then the pandemic came, and so Dermot and Vanessa and the other fabulous actors that we have in this film, really did us a solid. Not only did they want to go on this ride with us, but they did so in a really complicated, stressful time in the world. So
We know this involves a search for three keys. Which of the three keys did you find the hardest as far as A, filming, and then B, as far as being a part of that scene?
oof. Oh man, what a question. Oh man, I think that last key is the hardest one. The key that is yourself has the hardest one. That's a daily struggle.
And then as far as filming, was that one difficult for you as well to personally explore?
Absolutely. Gut-wrenchingly difficult. Yes.
Was it difficult then for you to shake off a long day of filming? I mean, this is your baby, but at the same time, you need to embody this character as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I there was no boundaries, in this one. And I think that it'll be really exciting to make the second and the third and the fourth film. I know what I need to do differently. I know what sort of personal boundaries I need to have up in terms of just like being psychologically and mentally safe. Not that I wasn't in this experience, but there was definitely a lot of bleeding through and a lot of blurred lines, and it was a really it was a really strange time that I will remember for the rest of my life, and that I'll be sourcing, for every film that I work on from here on out. I'll just be like, well, that was trial by fire. Blazing World was trial by fire.
What did you personally then take away from working on this project?
Oh man, so much. I'm not the same person as as when we went into pre-production, really. I mean, it just required every ounce of my energy and my soul to complete this project. And so yeah, it was, I'll remember it forever.
What do you hope people take away then from watching The Blazing World?
Well, it's definitely a film that deals with mental health and family dynamics and childhood trauma, and so I hope that if nothing else, it just makes people think, and that's totally enough for me. But for me, the film was a deep exploration of depression and where that comes from, and this character Margaret has an opportunity in a liminal space, like as her brain is losing oxygen when she's underneath this water, to confront her earliest trauma that she doesn't even realize has created this insane weight of shame on her. And so I just hope that people maybe can see themselves maybe in some of these characters and just realize that there's so much compassion and acceptance when we release shame. So yeah.